Going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on Stay Sleep TV. Shout out to everyone who support the platform. Much love, much love. Salute to everybody in the building. If you are here and you can hear me clearly, please drop y'all ones in the chat. Please drop y'all ones in the chat. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly. Let me know if y'all can hear me clearly so we can get right into today's show. Drop y'all ones in the chat for me. Drop y'all ones in the chat for me, y'all. Okay. I'm glad you guys can hear me. Shout out to everyone in the building. Shout out to everyone in the building. And of course, we are back right here on Stay Sleep TV. I'm y'all host, DS1 Ross. Of course, I appreciate all the love and the support. Shout out to everyone that's in the building. Shout out to everyone, man. I'm going to shout everyone out in the chat. I'm going to shout everyone out in the chat. But before I do that, make sure you guys do what's free. Do what's free. Do what's free. Make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that share button, share today's show. Share today's show. Share it on your Facebooks, your Instagrams, Twitter, your community tabs, anywhere that you share content. Please share today's show. Do what's free. Do what's free, y'all. Do what's free. Shout out to everyone in the building. Shout out to everyone in the building. Let's see who's in the building. Let's see who's in the building. Shout out to all the visionaries, of course. Got a great show lined up for you guys. I won't be long today. I won't be long today because I have a meeting. So I won't be long. But let's get into it. Let's see who's in the building. Let's shout you guys out, and then we're going to get right into it. We're going to get right into it. So let's see who's in the building. Hey, Miss Raina Woman. Shout out to Miss Raina Woman. I appreciate you. Always coming through and holding down the Chizat. Shout out to Miss Raina Woman. Yes, do what's free. Do what's free, y'all. Do what's free. Shout out to my man Boot Camp in the building. Salute, salute, salute. Hey, Classy Creole. Shout out to Miss Classy Creole House of Love. Salute to you. I appreciate you. Always coming through and holding down the Chizat. Shout out to you, Classy Creole. Shout out to you. Hey, Miss Camille. Good to see you, love. Good to see you. Great to see you in the building. Shout out to you. Shout out to you. Glad you're in the building. Glad you're in the building, as always. Salute, Cuzzo. Salute, salute. Glad you in the building. Glad you're in the building, Cuzzo. Hey, Miss Angie. Shout out to Miss Angie B. Always coming through and holding down the Chizat as well. Shout out to you, Miss Angie. Hey, Jasmine. What's going on with you? Shout out to Miss Jasmine Martin in the building. Let's see who else is here. Let's see who else is here. What's up, Scorpio? Shout out to Miss Scorpio Mama. What's going on with you? See who else is here. Let's see who else is here. Shout out to my comrade, Mr. Sutton, on the check-in. Salute, 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 my brother. Salute, salute. What up, Mike? Salute, my brother. Salute. Man, y'all see today's show. But before we get into the show, y'all see my background. Y'all can't see everything, but I celebrated my birthday this weekend because y'all know, as y'all know, last weekend I was getting over the flu. I still had the flu on my birthday. I started getting over the flu after that. So This weekend is when I actually celebrated my birthday. So that's why y'all see the decorations hung up. You know, shout out to her for that, celebrating my birthday, coming through and, you know, celebrating a brother. So shout out to my lovely lady for that. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. You know who you are. I know you're listening. So shout out to you. And that's why y'all see the decorations hung up. So that's what that was. Yeah, that was dope. That was dope, Rain and Woman. I appreciated that too. I haven't had nothing like that before, you know. But it was great. It was great. Yeah, it was great, Classy Creole. Absolutely, absolutely. Shout out to my guy Club Fortune in the building. Salute, salute, salute. Absolutely, absolutely, Scorpio. Absolutely. But shout out to y'all, man. Shout out to everyone in the building. We're back. We back. So make sure you guys hit that like button, hit that share button. Y'all see today's show. Y'all see today's show. Oh, yeah, definitely. Definitely, cuzzo. You noticed that, huh, Raining Woman? Oh, I appreciate it, Miss Angie. I appreciate it. Thank you. Y'all see today's show. Y'all see today's show. At any time, at any time, y'all want to donate to the show, the links are going across the screen. As y'all know, we do not do Cash App over here. We do not do Cash App over here. We got PayPal and we have Venmo. Also, the super chat is open at all times. So if y'all would like to donate to the show financially, the PayPal and the Venmo is going across the screen all times during the show. All right. Shout out to y'all. Y'all see today's show. Building your life or house, but building your life on sand. Thank you, Cynical One. Appreciate you. Good to see you. Right? Building your life on sand. We got to talk about this, fellas, because whether we believe it or not, if you sum up a lot of the things that we speak about, right? Because this is what I like to do. I like to get down to a basic understanding of what be going on with us. That's just me. That's how I, assess things. Other guys do it a different way. Salute to y'all. I'm not opposed to that. I go with what works, right? But for a lot of us brothers, a lot of the things that we have gripes about, a lot of our experiences, the things we even experience, whether we created these experiences or they just happen, right? A lot of times we don't understand how that actually plays into our life and how we begin to deal with life, how we begin to structure our life as men. You see, a lot of us were not taught to even have any structure as men. A lot of us was taught that if we just be able to pay for things, we're okay. As long as we could pay and we're good. But as we can see, that's no longer true. That may have been true at a time, but that's no longer true. That is no longer true. Men must have structure, not just structure for a woman. You see? But structure for himself. What does this structure look like? You see? How do you operate within this structure that you've built for yourself? You see? Today's show is building your life on sand. If you're building a house, what would you build your house on? This is what I want to know from you guys today. What would you build your house on? What is the foundation you would build your house on? Put it in the chat. If you had the money right now to build your dream house, right? If you had the money right now, fellas, to build your dream house, you had the money to pay for it, no matter how much it was. You had the money to pay to get it built exactly the way you want it right now. What foundation will it be on? And when I say this, I'm meaning externally. What would you want the builders to build your house on? This is what I want to know. Sound off in the chat room, fellas. You know, because some guys want to live on the beach. You know, some guys may want to live on the beach. Shit, some guys might want to live in a treehouse. What would you want your dream house built on? Because see, and I'm asking y'all this specifically, right? Because if your house, right, that it physically stands on, right? Scorpio says cement. What up, AAA Job? He says, really, if we're being honest and not trying to be right, my dream house on the beach, bro. Beautiful sight. See? The beach. Cement. Club Fortune says built in a winter wonderland. See, I just wanted y'all to chime in, AAA Job. It's not about, you know, not trying to be right or wrong here. It's nobody has a right or wrong answer. Right? It's to make a further point. Hey ES, how you doing? It's to make a further point that if you want your house built on a certain foundation physically, right? Because we are equating your house to your life. Understand the parallels that we're making. What up, young Reyes? How you doing, man? Good to see you, bro. Right? We're making a connection between your life and comparing it to a house. So if you want the foundation of your house to be built on something physically, ask yourself, is that the foundation you will want to build your life on? Ask yourself, is that the same foundation you would want to build your life on? See, because that's what a lot of us men are doing. We're expecting to garner the results that a house that is built on cement will give you, but you done built your house on sand. If you build your house on a faulty foundation, then that's the results you're going to get. If you build your life on a faulty foundation, this is what we get. We're saying we want concrete results. We want this, we want that as men. We want to do this, we want to do that. But what is the foundation of these things that you claim you want? What are the foundation of them? What is the original attentions that you want them in your life for? You see, because if you set out to do some bullshit, it's because you want some bullshit. Let's put it in layman's terms. If you set out to do some bullshit, it's because you want some bullshit. Meaning, if you want to do some bullshit, you gonna plant those seeds of bullshit. That's what you're gonna do. You're gonna set it, you're gonna plant those seeds in the foundation of bullshit. So the bullshit can grow, because that's what you want. But what we do is we come on here and we act as if we did something different. I'm not saying things don't go wrong, but for the most part, we got to be honest with ourselves as men and admit that we build our lives on sand and want concrete results. We put our faith in things that are not rooted in anything of true substance. We build our identities off trends and talking points. This is what we're doing as men, and we'll wonder why we're going through what we're going through. We're expecting concrete results, but we're building on sand. We're still sitting up here talking about, oh, a man got to make 6 figures. He got to have a 6-pack. Like, we're still having these conversations. So what this actually tells me is this is the philosophies of a lot of men today. This BS that we continue to ingest here online. This is the stuff we continue to promote as if this is actually getting us anywhere. It's not. And we have younger men who are building their life off of talking points, building their life off of saying I'm red pill with women. I'm a passport bro. Building your life on sand. I'ma just go out and be a whoremonger and pay for sex my whole life. Shit, why not? That's the easiest way. Building your life on sand. And then you wondering why these young boys are killing women and killing themselves, getting on drugs, and their whole mind is being twisted inside out because he don't know how to deal with a breakup. It's because of these talking points that is being spewed by men who has built their life on faulty philosophies, half truths and whole lies. You're building your life on sand. Why? Because it's not rooted in anything spiritual. It's not rooted. Number one, it's not rooted in God in any form or fashion. It's not rooted in morals. See, these are things of God. That's why there's spiritual values, morals, principles, having integrity as a man. See, these are things that God wants you to do. This is how you ensure a strong foundation as a man before you get to your career and making money and all of that other shit. The foundation. See, this is where your masculinity is. In the foundation, in the fabric of who you are. Not in none of this other shit they talk about on here. That don't have nothing to do with it. It's about what you built on. What are you built on? Hey, Queen, how you doing? Shout out to you. I'm glad you're able to catch the live today. Shout out to you for always coming through and holding down the Chizat. What's up, New York Nikki? How you doing? You see? This is what a lot of men don't understand today. This is what they don't understand. This is why you got the young guy, Jalen Green, going through what he getting ready to go through. And we're going to talk about him tomorrow. Because like I said, I'm not going to be that long today. So this is like a pre-show for tomorrow's show. But we have to talk about this. Following the world and what the world tell you to be and who the world tells you to be and who the world identifies you to be and what type of man the world identifies you to be is building your life on sand. Why is this, DS1? Because the world changes. 1 minute, you a man if you do this. The next minute, you a man if you don't do this. See, 1 minute, you was a man if you suppressed your feelings. Now, you a man if you embrace them. Before, you was a man if you didn't accept mookism and fruit booty activities. Now, you're not a man, right? And your sexuality need to be questioned if you don't let mooks hang around you. if you ain't comfortable around a mook. Now something wrong with you as a man. See how the world changes? This is building your life on sand. This is a faulty foundation. This is why you can't build your life based on what the world tell you to be, brothers. Because the world gonna change. You see? This world is about chaos. So you can't let them tell you what you gotta be. Because 20 years from now, what you was 20 years ago, now you gotta be something else. See? Now that's why they telling men, you a traditional man. Oh, you are old-fashioned man. What is that? Also, I morph into, I have to morph into the man of the time. Who's the man of the time today? The man of the time today is Saucy Santana. You see? This is what y'all got to understand. So you can't build your life based on what the world tell you to be. This is why the Bible tell you to be in the world and not of it. You don't change with the times. Nobody want to hear that shit. Your income change with the times. That's what changes with the time. I don't change the type of man that I am because we in 2024. So now I'm supposed to act zesty now. I'm supposed to be a little loose. See, because that's what men are in 2024. They're a little loose, little loosey. If I gotta change with the times, listen to that. How can you build on that? Because remember, they said the world would change every 20 years, every 50 years or something. Now this shit change every goddamn news clip. What up, Mace? Shout out to the OG in the building. What up, Mace? Good to see you, bro. Hey, Shatera. Yeah, they loose now. You know, men are a little loose now. You know, with they dress code, they're a lot more loose. You know, where men, you know, they dressed a certain way and they stuck to that. You know, now it's a little loose. They're a little more expressive. You know, you got guys, you know, guys wearing purses and you know, they're a little loose now. You know, you could wear nail polish now, you know, and it's fashionable. You could paint your nails. You know, you can wear glitter. You know, you got dudes wearing glitter on their belts. You know, things have gotten, but that's because these are men who change with the time. Is that the man you want to be? Or are you going to stand firm? See, that depends on your foundation. That depends on what you was built upon. What is your thought process in the way you think and what you value? What is that built upon? See, if it's not built on morals and principles, spiritual things, what usually happens? What usually happens? What usually happens? You see what you see today. You have what you have today. Because where do we actually receive our programming from? Initially, our parents. We receive our foundation from our parents. We receive it from our parents. We receive it from school. We receive it from television. We receive it from our environment. You see? So now you got to ask yourself, okay, well, the shit that I believe in, where does it actually come from? The things that I stand on, the things that I believe, the things that I'm never going to go against, where do I get that from? Does that actually benefit my life? Or has it hindered my life? A lot of guys who lived a gangster life, and now you've seen them, you've saw them change and grow into something else. The reason why you see this happen is because they have chose to build their life on something else, something that was everlasting, something that can actually withstand the test of time. See, that gangster shit don't stand the test of time. And this is going to be proven time and time again through every generation, because that's building your life on sand. That stuff is temporary. You're allowing a temporary lifestyle to dictate your life. Today's show is building your life on sand. Your life. You're the house. You're building your life, your house on sand, on faulty beliefs, faulty and bullshit philosophies, which led you to live a destructive lifestyle. See, your destructive lifestyle comes from your faulty philosophies. Oh, I'm red pill. Oh, I'm this. Oh, I'm that. And your decisions and everything that's going on in your life, you can trace it back to that faulty philosophy that you believe in. You can trace it back there. You can trace it back to those lies that you believe is the truth. Because somebody who told you got 500,000 subscribers. So since he got 500,000 subscribers, you take what he say is gold. But you're not looking at the results that it's getting. You just keep going back and listening for more because you think it's actually going to work. And you don't notice that you've been trying to make this shit work for 10 years and it hasn't. All of this shit you heard in the manosphere for years, you've noticed how it hasn't worked for your life. But you don't want to denounce the philosophy, because you don't want to acknowledge that you've built your life off of faulty things. You've built your life on sand. You got some guys who's been listening to this stuff since they was 16. These guys are in their late 30s now, early 40s, listening to this stuff for 20 years, man. And they just got to hit the reset button on their life now. They got to hit the reset button. They got to uproot what they built their foundation on to set a new one. You got to go pull up all that shit. You got to heal before you build. See? So if you have built on faulty foundation, such as myself, see, because what did I say? You don't just get your foundation from your parents, you get it from school, TV, your environment. And let's just be honest, fellas, sometimes you just goddamn ignored your parents and picked up some bullshit on the way of you ignoring your parents and the way that they set you to go. You just got to be honest about that. What up, T Church? Shout out to T Church in the building. Shout out to my brother, the underrated darkness. Salute, my brother. Salute, salute. AAA Job says music too. Absolutely. Shout out to my brother Dion. What up, Dion? Salute, bro. You see? You went out in the street because you didn't like the structure that you were given and directed to follow for your own good. Let's be honest, fellas. You were directed to go about your life this way for your own good. See, when we was kids, we like to say shit like, oh, they just telling us to do this because they just want to tell us what to do. How you know if that really worked? How you know if they really did it? You know, we kids, so we talk like that. And we think that we're actually saying some profound shit. We saying some basic shit that makes sense. But at that time when we young, we thinking we saying something profound. Oh, well, how you know if they do it? Well, how you know if they taking their own advice? Well, let me let you know some little smart ass kids, Gen Zs, and shout out to all the Gen Zs and all the younger people. But let me let you know something, because I used to talk like that too. It don't matter if they did what they told you to do or not. You know why? Because whether they did it or not, they know what they telling you is right. How do they know, DS1? Because if they didn't do it, they ass had to pay the consequences. So that's how they know it was right. And if they did it, they reaped the benefit and the reward. So that's how they know it's right. So that's why they ain't had to do it or not. Smart ass. You would learn that once you live long enough, right? That's why I had to learn that lesson about going in on the boomers and all of that, because they live long enough to even say certain things. And just off that alone, you have to provide a level of respect there, because there's experience there. You got to respect experience, regardless. You see? So what a lot of the young people have to learn is your parents, you don't justify, right, your bullshit. See, this is why I said earlier, when you want to do some bullshit, when you want to be on some bullshit, you plant those seeds. You lay the foundation for it with your philosophies and the bullshit that you believe. You convince yourself of the bullshit to justify you doing it. So what we used to do when we was young, if we want to do some bullshit and try to justify it, right? We would say shit like, oh, well, how we know if they did that? If they didn't do it, how they know if it worked? See that? That's you trying to justify some bullshit. So what you're doing is you're actually setting yourself up for failure, and you don't even know that. See, our parents knew that because they did the same shit. See, they either did it the right way or they did it the wrong way, or they did it both ways. Certain shit they ignored and had to pay the price for it, and certain things they didn't ignore and they reaped the benefit from it. Either way, whether you did it the right way or the wrong way, you're supposed to learn the lesson. And this is what you get from your parents. You see? So what we've done is we've built our lives on saying, and then we come on here and want to ask why. Oh, well, why is like this? Oh, well, why is this being treated this way? Why we do this and why do we do that? Well, let's look at the foundation of the shit that we do and where it come from. You see? A, a, a man who makes a bunch of excuses is a man who've built his life on faulty foundation. You see? He's not even man enough to admit, yo, I was just on some bullshit. I ain't gonna lie, I was just being lazy. See, that's the foundation of being a man. Can you stand in your shit? Can you stand in the shoes that you built? Can you lay in the bed that you made? That's one thing my father used to tell me. Son, when you make your bed, you gotta lay in it. Whether you made it hard or whether you made it soft, nigga, you gotta lay in it. When you make your bed, you gotta lay in it. So what did you make your bed on? Did you have the soft comforters on there? Did you have a nice sheet with a nice thread count and did it smell good? Or did you lay down in a funky ass bed? Ask yourselves this, fellas. If you find yourself in a back alley of Columbia searching for a goddamn woman, ask yourself, is that really where you want to be in life? Dumpster diving for a woman? You in the back of a goddamn taco truck looking for a woman. Ask yourself this. This is not to shame you guys. Ask yourself, is that the life you want for yourself? Or are you just taking whatever life throws at you? Ask yourselves this, fellas. Are you just taking whatever life throws at you? All right, I'll take it. Okay, I'll be a trick. Okay, I'll be a whoremonger. Okay, I'll be a spendthrift. Okay, I'll be an alcoholic. Okay, I'll be this. Okay, I'll be that. Bring it on, world. I'll be that. I'll be whatever you want me to be. I'll be your huckleberry. You're not tired of being that, fellas, for this wicked world? I'll be your huckleberry. You be whatever the world tell you to be. You won't be what you want to be. Because you got to take control, right, of your own identity. How do you do that? Based on what you build your life on. What is your purpose built on? Is it built for somebody to congratulate you and say, yay, you, you, number one, you? Ask yourself these things. I'm not here to shame you. If that's what you want, that's what you want. And you've made decisions and built your life upon these things. But then you can't come online and blame nobody else for the shortcomings that come with that, the trials that come with that. You can't come and get mad and start joining these groups and promoting these faulty philosophies to try to confirm or have confirmation bias for you building your life on faulty ground. What do you expect? What do you expect? Hmm? Most benevolent king, salute. Salute. Let me put the tip in. What's good, my guy? Salute. Triple A Job said, nah, bro, not the back of a taco. Bro, come on, bro. Come on, bro. Building your life on sand. Ask yourself these things. Is this what I'm doing? And it's and I'm saying, ask yourself this and be real with yourself. Stop comparing yourself to what you see out there. See, this is what the world has taught men to do. When they got us competing about some bullshit, when at the end of the day, all that is for them to sit back and laugh and to collect money off both of us. This competition shit is an illusion. It's a fast track for you to die. Live fast, die young. You in a hurry to die, competing about some bullshit. Come on now. You got to build your life on something that's sturdy. And that starts with internal value. What is the first value in life? Spiritual value. So don't be ashamed if you a man that have substance, because you were built that way for a reason. You was built that way because your life was not supposed to be built on bullshit. Your life wasn't supposed to be built on sand. You ain't supposed to have a straw house. You ain't supposed to have a house made of hay. You see? I'll huff, I'll puff, and I'll blow your house down, the big bad wolf. What was that? What was that all about? What was your house built upon? Your foundation. See, when your foundation is faulty and you know your house is being built on hay, on a haystack, or on sand, just like in the story, you afraid of the wolf because you know he could come and blow your house down. You know that somebody at any time could come in and mess up your life, mess up the way you think, mess up the way you feel, because you're not rooted in nothing strong. So you easily movable. You easily movable. Somebody always could come in and rattle you. Faulty foundation. See, I used to be like that because I was quick to anger. Quick to anger. See, when you're quick to anger, you're easily movable. Somebody could come in and move you and shake you up. See that? See, it's not always about it's not always about a weak quality. See? See, because if you don't know how to use your strengths in certain situations a certain way, it can become a weakness. Your aggression, your anger can be used against you. Your strength can be used against you. You see that? Because your anger can blind you. You see that? But when you were taught to deal with things, always deal with things in a rough way. I got to get it done by any means. That all or nothing mentality. You don't learn the art of finesse. So you can break things and don't intentionally do that. You can break relationships because you can say things to hurt people and don't mean to. You can say shit that you can't take back and you never meant to do that. That's a faulty foundation. That's not built on strength. Something that's built on anger and rage, that's not strength. That's the illusion of strength. Because your anger can weaken you. Depends on who you fighting. Depends on what type of battle you in. Your anger could weaken you. You see? So you got to watch what you build your life on. A lot of men have built their life not on red pill, but the red pill rage. I did a whole show about it. Red pill versus red pill rage. A lot of guys have built their life on raging. And they think raging is expressing themselves. It is, but it's not expressing yourself in the right way. It's not communicating what you want what you want to be heard. You see? So you building your life, you hitching your wagon to something that's gonna ultimately destroy you. This is what happens when you build your life on sand. Eventually, your goddamn house gonna wash away, or it's gonna fall apart, or it's gonna crumble. And this is what has happened to a lot of us men. A lot of us men are under reconstruction. We still uprooting that faulty foundation that got all them cracks in it. Now we gotta and dig that shit up and get down to the root, fix what's down there, the foundation, heal, and then build on top to have a new surface. Heal before you build. You got to deconstruct to reconstruct. That's why it's called demolition. You ever did construction before? You can't build on top of what? Faulty foundation. Whoever did floors before. Rest in peace to my great cousin. He was a great floor layer. He used to lay floors. And he used to tell me, Cuzzo. Damn. He used to say, yo, Cuzzo, all you got to do, laying floors is easy. All you got to do is pull up the tiles, pop up a few of the panels, and look at the foundation. If the foundation ain't faulty, if it's even, all you got to do is build on top of it. He said, but if I pull up a few of them panels and look down there and some of the wood is ate up and I got to replace the foundation, now I could charge more money, cuzzo. The foundation. The internal. The internal is the foundation, not the external. The internal is the foundation. The internal. That's the foundation of who you are. And who you are is going to determine what you do with what you have. Let me repeat that. Who you are, your foundation is going to determine what you do with your career and the money you get from it. What you do with your education. Because you can get an education and get a job and work a job, but who you've helped, who you've bettered, with your intelligence, with your new form of knowledge, with your information. Hmm? You see? Your foundation is who you are, the internal. You see? Come on now. Shout out to everyone in the building, man. I'm not going to keep y'all much longer. Like I said, we will be back tomorrow with a continuation of today's show. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about the Jalen Green, Drea Michelle situation. And I spoke about Jalen Green a while ago, if I'm not mistaken. I think I did a show about Jalen before, about Jalen and Drea, if I'm not mistaken, a while ago. T Church says, I agree. So how do they think they deserve a woman to follow them if they don't have a foundation? Exactly. Exactly. Triple A Job says, yep, I lost the best woman of my life saying something because I was angry, DS1. You teaching. Come on, bro. And it's not because you meant to say it. It's because that's how you was built. That's how you was built to solve conflict when your emotions is heightened. A lot of us wasn't taught to be quiet. I had to teach myself that. When I get real upset now, I get quiet. I get quiet. And it's because I don't want to say something that doesn't represent me the way I want to represent myself. Everybody has a moment. I'm not saying you're not allowed to make mistakes. But you know when you get out of control. A lot of times we don't know how to control it and we don't want to admit that. And then we come on the internet and look for confirmation bias and listen to these content creators who tell you that that shit is okay and it's not. Because that shit will destroy your life. Because the first thing it's going to do is going to destroy your health. I know it all too well. That's why I've been going to therapy. That's why I go to the doctor. Anger affects your gut and your digesting system. That's what anger, rage, unresolved hurt, anxiety, it affects your gastrointestinal tract. Your gastrointestinal tract is connected to your heart. This is why men, black men in particular, die of heart attacks. Anxiety and depression and stress also caters to gastrointestinal problems. I, I I'm learning this now, cynical one. Going to therapy, going to the doctor, focusing on my health. You see? I had to learn this. Had to learn this. Let me put the tip in says, don't Jalen got some some fruit in them? But that ain't none of my business. Cougar baby mamas are the new wave. Shaking my head. Yep. Oh yeah. Because you know they always want to feel young. And that's a woman thing. That ain't even just a cougar thing. That's a woman thing. They always want to feel young. That's women, you know. But it is the new wave. That's a fact, bro. I didn't know it affects your gastrointestinal issues. Learn something new each day. Yes, it does. Anxiety and gastrointestinal issues are connected. Yes, yes, ma'am. That's a side effect of anxiety and depression. Absolutely. But shout out to y'all. Like I said, I will be back tomorrow. We're going to be talking about Jalen Green and Drea Michelle. It's going to be like a continuation of today's show. Shout out to everyone in the building. Shout out to everyone in the building. If you enjoyed today's show, make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that share button. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Make sure y'all hit that share button. If y'all enjoyed today's show, y'all would like to financially support today's show, the Venmo and the PayPal is going across the screen. The Venmo and the PayPal is going across the screen. Make sure if y'all enjoyed today's show, y'all financially support today's show. Support today's show financially if you enjoyed it. Support great content, man. Don't hesitate to show your support for what's beneficial to you. If it's a benefit, show that it's a benefit, y'all. As we say over here, do what's free first, and then financially show your support for the content, man. Y'all know over here, we always going where? Up. Up. We're going up the mountain. We're going up the mountain, y'all. So shout out to y'all. Shout out to my lovely mods for always coming through and holding down the chat. Shout out to all you visionaries, man. Shout out to all you visionaries. Thank you, Miss Angie. Thank you, Miss Queena, as always. Shout out to my lovely mods for always coming through, holding down the Chizat. Shout out to y'all for always coming through and supporting today's show. Don't forget, get down in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think of today's show. Let me know what y'all think of today's show. DS1 Ross, Sheep Stay Sleep TV, and I'm going to catch y'all tomorrow. Peace.